This is what looks like the DJI Mic Mini. Let me bring it to the focus if it can. Alright, so anyway, this is what it looks like if it I don't know if it focused, but this is 10 feet away from the camera. As you can see, it's beautiful autumn. Trees are shedding leaves, and the red hue of the leaves makes it a beautiful sight right in front of us. And we're seeing the trees getting naked. Anyway, it's gray for over a week now. It's cloudy, boring, depressing, but things go okay. So this is supposed to be a video on the DJI Mic Mini, as I suggested before. I just bought this camera, one transmitter and one receiver, and this distance that you are seeing right now is about 10 feet. I will move further to see whether it sits up to its claim of 300 feet distance capability or not. We'll see that. Okay, so now I'm about 30 feet away from the camera, and if you can hear me fine, I hope you can. This will mark as the success of this 30 feet test. Moving further away, now that must be about 50 feet if I'm not wrong. Obviously this is an estimate. I don't have a tape or a distance meter that will tell me how exactly I'm away. Now if you can hear me, this test is passed too. I'll move further away, but now doubling the distance. Right, and if you can hear me, this is fine. It has a protection on, so we will not know whether there's no air, there's no wind, so we will not know how would it behave in that second. But I will try to blow it from my mouth so you can hear that. Now I will do it without the Okay, so this is without the wind protection. Can you hear me? And if you can, this marks the success of this test too, but you should be hearing more of the blow sound, like you must be hearing the blow wind, I mean the wind noise, because this little fairy is off now. I took it away. The thing that I find annoying is that it has buttons on its side, so if you have to unplug the wind fairy on it, or plug it back, if you want to mount it on top of it, you will accidentally press one of these two buttons, which is an infinity button and a power button, which is annoying for me. But again, this is the first test. We'll move further. Now I am about 120 feet away from the camera. Five feet test so far. Hopefully you can hear it. So, now let me test its noise reduction. So according to Google, it should turn solid yellow by briefly pressing the power button to turn the noise reduction on. So this infinity button is of no use to you if you don't have the other DJI products like drone and Osmo Pocket. It is for integration with their ecosystem. Since I don't have other DJI products, it's of no use to me. I'll show you what it looks like. It's called infinity button. Dude, come on, show up. You know that this, you see this green light here? You see this? This is the infinity button, right, and right next to the green light. This thing I don't understand what it is for. It turns the light blue if you press it. Pressing it. When I press this blue button for a couple seconds, it turns the green light to blue, but it also stops the recordings, which means it tells you that to connect this mic with DJI Osmo Pocket or DJI Drone, so it's it's of no use to me. You have to just tap the power button, the same button that you use to turn the device on and off. Just tap it, not a long press. If you do the long press, it will turn the device off. So I'm just gonna tap it like this, and I hope you can see that there's no yellow light on right now. You see it? Yeah. So this means that that I also have to. So this is with the noise reduction on. It's mounted on my collar, and let me know how it sounds. So there's a lot of noise, by the way. I'm sure you must have heard that when I was recording without the noise reduction. So this is the two basic profiles you can use with the DJI Mic Mini. Know that there is no app to support. The receiver end of it does have the control that lets you the controls to change the volumes, the input volumes. I'll also show that. So it's very basic, it's nothing too fancy about it, but again, I have checked the reviews. It was appearing to be good with regards to the voice quality. Previous video where I used Boy XM6, you must have heard that it creates the crackling sounds when you are farther than 50 feet, which is nothing. This is nothing compared to what most modern mics do. I think that was probably a fault with the mic. I don't know what it is, but it was causing problems. I bought this one for $50, and if you want to do, and if you think it produces the good enough quality for you, just feel free to buy it. For me, I don't know. I only know when I'll do it inside. I will do the post-production, post-processing and editing the video. Only then I will be able to find. Now I will show you receiver end of it, so you know what it looks like. We'll also show you the button and everything. And by the way, it's getting darker now because the 1 hour time change recently happens at the first Sunday in November, so now it's darker than it should have been at 5 p.m. Usually the guest dark at 6, but now it's very dark at 5 p.m. So this is where this one makes me angry. Yeah, okay. You see this thing, this little controller here. Okay, this is something. This thing. You see? This one. I've set it to. You can change it. If you change it, you can hear the sound louder. For example, I've set it to -12. If you set it to 0, which you will see both the red, this is the default position, and this is the default position. So and by the way, you're not hearing me on the mic. Obviously the receiver is unmounted from the camera, so you're hearing me through the camera's own audio system. It's default mic, which should be terrible, I know, but this is what the receiver looks like, and it goes on the top of the camera or your phone using this Type-C adapter. You see this? You can change it to -6, -12, or +6 and +12. So this is essentially the input. If you change it to +6, which means it will be more sensitive to the voice, and it will be taking you will hear the louder voice or louder input, but if you turn it back to dial it back to -6, this would mean that it will be about 50% less volume input, which means if let's say you're clipping, you're talking too loud, or there is a lot of noise, this will reduce that noise. So there is no chance of it for it to clip. So I put it on -6, which is ideal for me, because I was suggested that if you use -6 and what it will do is if there's clipping and there's noise and it's too harsh voice that's coming in, it will be one step lower than the normal input. So okay, so it's getting very dark. This was supposed to be a very basic test, but if you want an extensive and detailed test on it, do let me know in the comment section and let me know how it sounds. If you want a further test on it, especially around the noise reduction, I can do it for you, but that happens in the post-production and the DaVinci Resolve, which I use. If you want to do that, just let me know in the comment section so I can go further and evaluate it based on the post-production. I have no noise reduction turned on this thing right now, but I can definitely make another vlog on it, or another noise reduction test on it, by applying the effect settings in the post-production and the DaVinci Resolve software that I use. Let me know if you want it. Just like, subscribe, comment, and share, and also let me know what your thoughts are on this test. I know it's basic, but I can go further and do an extensive one if you want. Okay, thank you. Keep subscribing.